Neo might not be the only one living in a matrix. All of us could be.
The odds that we're in base reality is 1 in billions.
Yep, you heard right. Old mate Elon reckons the odds our reality is real are just
1 in billions. 40 years ago, we had Pong, like 2 rectangles and a dot. Now, we have photorealistic 3D simulations with millions of people playing simultaneously. We're clearly on a trajectory to have games that are indistinguishable from reality, and there would probably be billions of such computers.
Even the Bank of America, in its future reality predictions, said that the probability we're already living in a simulated virtual world is 20 to 50%.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the red pill, and
You didn't even hear the options.
You didn't even hear the options. Calm down, Snorfius.
The simulation argument was first proposed by Professor Nick Bostrom back in 2003.
There would be some very intelligent individuals in some advanced civilization that would build a computer and then run some program on that computer, and we would be patterns inside that program.
Bostrom concluded one of 3 options must be true. Option 1,
Civilizations will not get through to this level of technological maturity. Maybe there is some advanced technology such that when you discover it, you invariably use it to destroy yourself.
Okay, well, clearly that's not a very attractive option. What's option 2?
They all lose interest in creating ancestor simulations.
Sure, but the Sims franchise is one of the most popular PC games of all time, so we're clearly interested in simulating real life. What's the last option?
The third possibility is that we are almost certainly living in a simulation.
Tell me what's wrong with that argument. Is there a flaw in that argument?
According to NYU professor of philosophy, there could be a major flaw.
It depends on the nature of human consciousness. We don't know whether human consciousness can be simulated. So take an average camera. It's processing inputs, it's producing images, but normally we wouldn't think that's actually having any subjective experience. When we do it as humans, yeah, sure, we have a bunch of complicated processes in the brain, but the most important thing is it's experienced. It feels like something from the inside. If it turns out consciousness cannot be simulated, then you can build all the simulations you like, but it's just going to be some kind of zombie simulation.
So if we can't simulate consciousness, will that prove we're not living in a video game?
You're never going to get proof that we're not in a simulation. And the reason is that any evidence could itself be simulated. Interestingly, you might get evidence that we are in a simulation. Just say the simulators decide to turn the Sydney Harbour Bridge upside down with a giant message saying, "You are in a simulation, and here's proof." And they show you the source code, then we might have very strong evidence that we are in a simulation. Either that or we're on some really good drugs.
But some believe we already have evidence. Fans of the simulation argument have been posting pictures of what they believe are glitches in the simulation, bugs in the code. But why would anyone bother to create a simulation this big?
Here's one reason: for historical study. What would have happened if, of all people, Donald Trump had beaten Hillary Clinton way back in that election of 2016, which we all know Hillary Clinton went on to win.
I'm so happy this day has come.
Let's just plug in the least likely person you could imagine.
Donald John Trump.
And see what happens in the simulation. All hell breaks loose.
Crazy.
And the historians get some enlightenment. If so, the craziness around us could be evidence that we're in a simulation.
A lot for my mind actually.
When he turned the Harbour Bridge upside down, that's where he
We
lost
lost
me.
you.
I need to be on the same gear that he is on, I think.
I'll be watching that story 12 more times, hopefully to understand it.
I don't feel like we said simulation.
No. All right, guys, silent mode. I've got to move on.